Hi, I'm Matt Jones, and I want to show you and share with you a technique which I use which helps me speed up the drying of vehicles, builds a base for more work done on a car if needs be, and gives a service to my customers which takes me very little time, which gives a really good finish. Now, you might not agree with what I do, you might not want to use what I want to do, but this works for me and I want to share it with you. Now, within this video you'll see afterwards the products I'll be using is Malco Ultraviolet and a clay bar. Medium clay bar. Within the winter time, one of the obstacles you get when you're working mobile is the drying of vehicles. When it's damp and it's cold, it gives you real problems sometimes of trying to get all the water out and all the water to drop off, and the drying towels constantly getting soaking wet and not being able to dry them out. So this speeds the process up, and it'll build a base also. What I use afterwards is a Malco amplifier. The amplifier goes on after this, just a clay bar, the Malco amplifier afterwards on a DA, and you'll see the finish that gets is pretty impressive in a very short space of time. Thus meaning not much labour time equals the fact that you can do a really good deal, competitive deal, for a good price, and the customer will be really pleased with the results, as we'll see from later. Now, a little tip that I would give to you, in the winter time, to reduce barring, make sure you keep these little bags there, stick it in your pocket whilst you're working, and when you bring it out it'll be nice and warm and not too hard, so you can reduce immensely the amount of marring, a possible marring you might get on the vehicle, which can cause you problems. So just stick it in the pocket, warm it up, lovely to use afterwards. So all we're doing is applying the ultraviolet through the snow foam lance. Spray it on, then use a clay bar. You might want to do the whole vehicle in one go, or half vehicle at a time, or panel by panel. The first shot you will see within this video is the clay bar used after the whole car's been done. I always start with the top of the vehicle first, work my way down. So you'll notice that the clay bar is pretty well covered in rubbish by the end of it. It's on a vehicle which is done twice a year, once at the start of winter and once at the start of summer. So it's 2 seasons, that's it. It's a family car, it gets used lots, it gets abused. It's a 3-year-old Torag, and you'll see the effects and the finish that I'll get out of it in the end. So spraying on the snow foam lance and with the clay bar afterwards, using the ultraviolet as a lube, and you'll see the water drop off. That builds the base. Whatever you want to do afterwards, I'll use the amplifier and you'll see the results at the end of it. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Thanks for watching. The ultraviolet has now been used for the whole car. At 1 to 20 parts, the soap is placed in the snow foam lance and sprayed over the car and clayed down. And as you saw from the clay bar, that is the contamination which has come off the vehicle, off the panels, on and around, as it's gone over the whole car. So there's a slow left and right motion, nice and lightly. The clay bar is onto the panels, slowly working round, removing any bits that are stuck to the paintwork itself. This is the panel which has been clayed, and as you can see the soap is still on the car and it's ready to be washed off. For the purpose of the video, one panel has just been used here, but in normal time, as you spray the soap off the vehicle and you'd walk round, by the time you come back to the panel you started off with, the majority of the water will be dropped off. This obviously cuts down immensely your drying towel and the contact of any drying towels or synthetic leathers which you tend to use on your vehicle to dry them off. This then minimises any other swirl marks or potential swirl marks which you could end up putting into your vehicle, especially shown on dark colours like this 3-year-old Touareg. Depending on vehicles and how old they are and the condition of the paint, you will get different results. But as you can see on this vehicle, the results are pretty good. And as we go along, you'll see the video building the base or the paintwork to do whatever you want to do after the vehicle is dry. That's meaning if you want to machine polish in a 3-stage or a single stage, or even hand polish. For video purposes, we double the speed of this frame. Malco amplifier has now been applied with the use of a dual action polisher and a super soft sponge head. Amplifier will remove minor scratches and imperfections. It has built-in gloss boosters and sealers for prolonged shine and sealed in. Both Malco Ultraviolet and Malco Amplifier offer a great option for our services to produce finishes and shines like this. To order online today or seek your nearest distributor.